How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Edward Lee. I'm a filmmaker and photographer. And in this video, I want to share with you guys my home office setup moving into 2021. I'm going to share with you guys all the items in it and how this office setup contributes to my productivity on a daily basis. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. First, I'll be sharing with you guys my desk setup. Then I'll share with you guys my lounge setup and how I relax and kind of unplug in this room as well. And also my storage solutions, because I have a lot of camera gear and just a lot of stuff that I don't like having out. So I'll be sharing with you guys how I store all those things away. And last but not least, I've categorized it as on the wall. It's just stuff that I've decided to put on the walls because I feel like that is what you put on the walls is really important, because that is what really fills the space and makes it feel complete. So first, let's talk about the desk setup. I feel like the desk you decide to put in your home office is really important because that's probably where you're gonna spend most of your time. And I have a sit stand desk and it's by Ergonoffice. It's called the Sway desk. This is just a really beautiful desk. I really could talk about it all day long, but I've made a whole other video already on this desk and what I like about it. So if you want to learn more about this desk specifically, I've linked it down below, so make sure to check that out. Usually in the morning, if I'm doing stuff like admin, like checking emails or browsing in the morning, I'll usually put the desk in a standing position to kind of, switch it up because I just was laying down all night. So this really helps me. And then when I need to hunker down and, edit a whole video or do something like that takes long sessions, I will sit down and kind of focus in a sitting position. Now for the desk chair I'm using is also by Ergonoffice. It's called the U2 ergonomic chair. It's really comfortable, no real complaints there. I feel like having a comfortable chair, especially if you sit down a lot or you're at your desk a lot, is really important. Now moving on to the items on the desk itself. For the computer, I'm rocking the iMac Pro and it's sitting on a Satechi iMac stand. It's an awesome little stand, especially if you want a little raise for your iMac and also have some ports. I know there's a ton of other ways to put ports for your iMac because I don't know why they decided to put it on the back of the computer. As far as the light bar that's on the iMac itself, it's by a company called BenQ. I believe it's the Screen Bar Plus. It's a dope little light. You can adjust the color temperature, you can adjust the intensity of the light, and what it really helps with is eye strain. Because for me, I like working on max brightness when I'm color grading or editing videos, and so it can be kind of harsh on your eyes at night if you're not using blue light glasses. Now, if you use blue light glasses plus paired with this BenQ's light bar, it will help with eye strain a lot. It's helped me a lot, especially when I have to work late in the night. The mouse that I'm using is by Logitech. Best mouse if you're a creator. I just think it's the best mouse, period. I don't know why. You can debate me for that in the comment section, but it's a sick mouse just because you can program it for specific apps and have the shortcuts and keys customizable for like Adobe Premiere Pro. And I really couldn't speak highly enough about the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. That's a mouthful. Now the tray accessory that's holding the Apple trackpad and the keyboard is by Grovemade. It's a nice little wood touch that complements the desk setup. And the mat that I'm using, the computer mat, is by Orbit Key. This is their new mat they just released. And what's cool about this mat is they have a cable management kind of magnetic track system they got going on. So if you need to have quick access to cables, you can utilize that. And they actually have kind of a flap. The leather kind of flaps over with a felt bottom, so you can actually use it to store miscellaneous papers or sticky notes that sometimes can clutter your desk. Now, because I edit videos often, it's really important for me to have high quality speakers that it helps me gauge audio a little bit better, and things that help me kind of immerse myself into kind of what I'm editing. And so I decided to get the Audio Engine A2 Plus speakers. I really would recommend them if you're trying to find speakers that are sub $500 that are really high quality. And then the stands that the speakers are on are these stands I just got on Amazon, and I'll make sure to link it down below. The lamp that's on my desk I got from IKEA. Had it forever. Nothing to really say on that part. I do like how it has a USB port on the back of it though, so if you need to plug in like a charger for your phone or any kind of device, that's clutch. The stand that I have holding my iWatch on this lamp is by Satechi as well. I don't really know where to put it, but I just put it there. It's a quick little way to grab my iWatch, charge it, and also put my wedding ring. Now on the left side of my desk, I have the neat file cabinet organizer by Ergonoffice, and I really love this piece because it matches with my desk seamlessly. Also a really good way to have storage and, you know, store away any kind of documents or little things that you don't want laying on your desk. On top of this file cabinet, I have a MacBook dock by GroveMade, and it doesn't have any kind of like functionality in terms of electronics, but it's just a good way for me to put my MacBook there when I'm not using it. And I think it looks good because it matches all the other wood parts and accessories in the rest of the office. As you can see, I'm kind of particular about not having too much stuff on my desk. I want everything wireless, really minimal, no trash, no clutter. And so that's kind of the approach I was taking when I was setting up my desk. I also made sure to wire tuck it properly. So as you can see, it's a sit stand desk that goes up and down, but I didn't want a bunch of cables always hanging down from the back. It's just not, you know, aesthetic. It doesn't really look that good. And so I won't talk about wire management in this video or how to do it, but I did make an entire video on how to, you know, kind of cable tuck or wire manage your desk setup. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it down below or somewhere around here. So make sure to check that out if you're looking to kind of clean up the wires around your desk setup. Now moving on to kind of the lounge setup I was mentioning earlier. This is sort of the area where I decide to spend some of my time if I want to take a break or just read a book, anything like that. I feel like it's nice to have separate station from just sitting at your desk, because sometimes it can be hard just to look at a screen all day. So I actually have a couch. The couch is by Dania. I have to look up the specific name of it, but it's a really good gray couch. Nothing really crazy. I just like that it's big, it's wide, and it was pretty affordable, to be honest, coming from a, you know, good furniture store like Dania. I think I paid like $400 for it or $500 for it, which isn't too bad when you're looking for a high quality couch. The rug that I'm using below the couch is by IKEA. It's like this woven, weaved kind of black rug. It's a really good piece to have if you especially have white carpet, or like you don't have wood floors. Even if you do have wood floors, having a rug is really good piece to add in your home office. It separates the room and kind of anchors any kind of visual point so it doesn't look like an empty floor. And so I'm not an interior designer, but I do like having a rug right here. It looks nice, except this one kind of sheds a lot. And so if you don't like vacuuming a lot and there's little fuzzies that come out quite often, I don't know if this is a rug for you. My little side table that I got next to the couch is by World Market, and I found this little thing and it wasn't too bad. I think it was like $100, but it has this nice little leather holder for magazines and things like that. The little fake plant that I got is also from World Market. I am not a huge fan of fake plants, but this one for some reason just kind of worked really well and doesn't look that fake. It looks really good. And the little planter I got, this cement planter, is from IKEA, and it was pretty affordable, and I think it matches the aesthetic of the room really well. The floor lamp that I'm using is also by IKEA. I've had this floor lamp for years now, but the gray color matches my wall color perfectly, and so I like that a lot. But yeah, I'll pretty much use this space to kind of lounge, take a break, read a book, drink some coffee, hang out with my wife. We'll sit here and just chat. I also watch TV from here, which I'll show you guys later, which TV I have. But this is a good spot to kind of unplug if you want to separate yourself from like a desk sitting position. Now the third category I want to talk about with you guys is storage. This is huge. Honestly, when I was making my home office setup, this is the biggest worry that I had, because we all don't like clutter, and I have a lot of like camera gear and little cables and trinkets around, and I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't know where to store everything. So I decided to go to Home Depot and get this massive Husky tool chest, which is kind of out of character to put into a home office setup. But I saw the stainless steel kind of like metal top with the black hardware, and it had outlets. And so this was just like a perfect creator's tool chest kind of thing. As you guys will see in the footage, I decided to store away all my camera gear actually in this tool chest, like gimbals, audio equipment. And the dopest thing about this tool chest is that there's like a bay on the very left side. There's a drawer, a big drawer that's designed for tools, like power tools, but I use it as a charging bay. And now usually people will put their charging stations like on the wall with like a pegboard or like in a closet, but having it tucked away in this little drawer with outlets kind of tucked away is a game changer for me. Honestly, highly would recommend this if you're extra and you want to store your gear away and not make it look like you have a bunch of stuff laying around. And also, the drawers are soft close. Oddly satisfying, but who doesn't love soft closing drawers? Now, the Husky tool chest is where a lot of my smaller camera gear or equipment lives, or things I just don't want laying out in the home office. But I actually designed my closet and built some custom shelves. There's a whole other video that I made on this, so if you want to check it out and you're interested in making some custom metal shelves, I'll link it down below. But I decided to kind of make it a gear vault. So this is where I put all my cameras. This is where I build my camera rigs. I put a little LED light so I can see things better when I'm building my rigs, and it's not just a dark closet. I also use the closet to put away bigger items that won't fit in the Husky tool chest, so like lights, Pelican cases, backpacks. At the very top of the closet, I've shoved away all my boxes that I buy for things. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I hoard a lot of boxes for gear that I buy, and it all lives in the top shelf. So another item that I have in here for storage is this coat rack. Quick little story, I really wanted a coat rack for the longest time, and my wife just despised how traditional coat racks look, and I agreed with her, like it's not the most functional, but I wanted somewhere to put my backpacks or hang my jackets and things like that. So I just didn't have one, couldn't find one that I liked that was minimal and that matched the room aesthetic. My wife actually found this one on Amazon. Super sick. It's engineered in a really interesting way, but basically this stand kind of pushes against the wall. There's no real base for it, and then the weight of whatever you put on it kind of helps it stay on the wall. So it's a really interesting, clean, minimal little coat rack where I hang my backpacks and hats and jackets. So if you're into that kind of stuff, hopefully I can link it down below if they still have it. But shout out Christine, to my wife, because she got me that. And it's probably my favorite thing in the office, I don't know why. And I use these hooks for the coat rack by Hero Clip that I found on Amazon. These dope little clips that I actually keep with me all the time if I need to hang my backpacks or bags anywhere in public places if I don't want to just put it on the ground. Now, the last category that I want to share with you guys is called on the wall. Just the things that I've decided to put on the wall in this home office space. I think what you put on the wall in your space is really important because that is what fills it. That's what makes it feel cozy. And I definitely didn't want to put any kind of major shelves or massive things that would make me feel more cluttered while working inside the room. So first, right behind me, I have the Artifox metal shelving. I bought this. It's a really high quality piece. It's full metal, and it has these like magnetic wood pegs that you can also get with it, which is great for like cup holders, anything you can really hang. You can get really creative what you decide to put on this metal shelf using magnets, but nice little aesthetic piece that matches the whole office, and it's pretty functional too, depending on how you use it. The artwork that I have hung above the couch on the wall is by Diseño. I got the artwork and the frames from that company on their website. Now, in the corner of the room, I've decided to hang this mirror. This mirror is by IKEA. I don't really use the mirror often, but it does help kind of elevate the space and make it feel a little bit more intentional. The TV that I have is by Samsung. This is the frame TV. It basically doubles as artwork on the wall, so it has like kind of like a low ambient mode where when you're not watching TV, it kind of looks like a canvas, but I've wire tucked it in a way where I cut out a hole behind the TV and fed the cables behind the firewall, so it actually looks like a real piece of artwork that's hung on the wall. You can't see any cables at all, which makes me really happy. And the actual box where the HDMI and all the ports sits below the Husky chest, so you can't see it, but I can still have access to all their ports if I decide to plug in any kind of consoles or anything that needs to plug into the TV. And the biggest reason why I wanted to get the Samsung frame is because I film a lot of videos shooting this way from my desk, and I didn't want just a big black square on the white wall and that contrast. So having the frame TV and having the standby mode look kind of like artwork really helps fill the space and make it feel a little bit more cozy. Now, one of my favorite things on the wall that I've put is this catch-all by Grovemade. I've put it right next to the door, so when I come home, I hang my keys here, throw my wallets in here, and obviously now my sanitizer and my mask, things like that, I'll put on there as well. This catch-all is really clutch, and the wood accent obviously matches the rest of the wood things in my office as well. Now, I wanted a clock in my office, but I didn't want to get a traditional clock. I wasn't sure where to put it. I actually really wanted a digital clock, so I found one on Amazon that was like 40 bucks that I put above my door. And it's really clean, it's minimal, it's functional. It comes with a remote. You can adjust the brightness of it. It also shows you the date when you click the button on the remote. And so it gets the job done. However, I will say if you film a lot, I've had to turn the clock off because it kind of has that flicker effect, because I think the frequency is a little bit off with the camera settings. So that's one little downside. But as far as looking good in the space and doing what it needs to, which is telling time, I couldn't be happier with it. And the last thing that's on the wall is this kind of geometric world map that's metal. To be honest, I bought this a really long time ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago now. I will try to find the link for this. I get a lot of questions about it actually. So I'll try my best to find an alternative or this specific one. But yeah, it's a nice little touch that I put in my office next to my desk. Just visually having things on the wall helps really make your room stand out versus just having a blank wall with nothing on it, or just having a bunch of shelves with clutter on it. Also, because my computer is right in front of a window, sometimes it gets really bright and the sun is beaming in, so I decided to get some blinds. These are motorized blinds from Select Blinds, I believe is the company. Shout out Jake. He's a filmmaker as well, and he actually is the one who recommended me those blinds, and I love them. You probably don't need to get motorized blinds, a little bit extra, probably unnecessary, but I think it's a nice touch to the office, and the white matches the white walls pretty nicely. Now, before I actually even started this entire project months ago, this room was actually pink. The paint color is White Dove by Benjamin Moore, and this gray wall behind me is Dolphin Gray by Benjamin Moore as well. So if you're interested in knowing what those paint colors, I would highly recommend that combo. It looks really good together. And a small little touch that I feel like not a lot of people think about is the hardware for your doors and the hinges. And so actually before I started this whole process, the doorknobs and hinges were gold, like a shiny gold. I decided to go on Amazon and pick up some matte black doorknobs to match the rest of the accessories in the office. And it was a nice little touch to kind of wrap everything together. Whew. I don't even know how long this video is going to be by the time I edit this, but thank you guys so much for watching me ramble about the home office setup. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video if you're looking to set up your own home office. And I feel like it's more important than ever to dial in your space where you feel inspired, where you feel productive. And so I took this kind of whole process very seriously, and I'm really proud of the finished result. I'll try to link everything that I possibly can down in the description. If I can't find that specific item, I'll try to put alternative links. If you have any questions at all about any process or item in this home office setup, definitely put it down below. I'll try to get back to all the questions or comments. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to come out with more videos in 2021. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy watching other people's home office setups and desk setups. I don't know why, I just love watching that kind of stuff so much. But I'll be coming out with more videos soon. And yeah, thanks for watching to the very end. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.